What is the writing process? Like many of the questions we'll ask in this class, the answer is complicated. Many of us have heard people talk about their process when they write something, and what that process may be can vary quite a bit. When we refer to the writing process in composition, though, we tend to mean something a bit more specific. In brief, the writing process is a process that writers follow to greater or lesser degrees naturally. Learning more about the steps in this process and learning how to work more effectively and deliberately with them will lead to better writing. So what are these steps? The writing process is generally thought to have 5 steps: invention, planning, drafting, revising, and editing. Let's take a quick look at each of these steps. First, let's talk about invention. Invention is the step in the writing process where you come up with ideas. Sometimes people might call this step brainstorming, but often people mean something very specific by the term brainstorming. Invention covers a number of different activities and ways of thinking directed at generating ideas. The next step in the writing process is planning. Planning is a little more intentional than invention. This is the stage in the writing process where you organize your ideas and begin to direct them towards a goal. After planning comes drafting. Drafting is where we work from our plan to create a draft of our writing project. This stage is called drafting and not writing for a very specific reason. Good writers almost never write one draft of a writing project. They write multiple drafts. And this brings us to revision. After we complete a draft, we want to review our work to see what worked well and what did not work so well. We then revise or rewrite our work accordingly. In the revision stage, we are working with ideas and large features of the writing project. In the final stage of the writing process, editing, we turn our attention to the surface features of our text, like grammar, word choice, and style. By the time we get to editing, our overall project should be mostly in its final form. It's important to separate editing from revision because these 2 stages of the writing process are doing very different things, and we do not want to confuse what they're doing in each stage. These, then, are the basic steps in the writing process. Throughout our course, we'll be learning more about these steps and how to work with them to our advantage. One note now, though. These steps do not need to move in a straight line because the writing process is recursive. We may engage in invention, planning, and drafting, but then we may realize we need to go back to invention. In short, the writing process is flexible and can be adapted to meet our needs. We'll talk more about this and other aspects of the writing process soon.